Let's talk COVID and entertainment now. There was a time, in fact, even for many right now, that a wedding is not complete without this particular song. Listen. Yes, Oruka, the evergreen song that was dancing here in the studio by Nigerian ace musician Nneji. Well, Nneji's active involvement in music began at an early age. As a boy, he participated in cultural performances in his hometown Ishibori in Ogoja local government area of Cross River State, Nigeria. By 1987, living in Lagos, he ventured into recording, earning a reputation as a unique voice on radio jingles and TV commercials. 1991 brought the release of his debut album, Captain, on EMI. He joined Carla's band and performed as the lead singer for 5 years. In 1997, he released his sophomore set, Mr. Fantastic.
Fantastic, Mr. Romantic, Mr. Melody, Mr. Magic, Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Romantic, Mr. Melody, Mr. Magic.
Well, Nneji also recorded the single Wake Up in 2003 to challenge Nigerians to vote right in general elections. These special projects helped to set the tune for his fourth full-length album, Unchained, recorded in Ghana, released on OJ's Music in 2003. Unchained is an album with the necessary makeup of a masterpiece and even more. While the pre-release singles, Oruka and Face Me, occupied the number 1 and 2 spots on the charts and rode the airways for quite a while.
If you face me, I face you. Hold me, I hold you. Rock me, I rock you. Do me, I do. If you face me, I face you. Hold me, I hold you. Rock me, I rock you. Do me, I do you. Aeroplane thunder, one day go stop. Dun dun dun. One day go end. It don't go here, it don't go there, it don't around.
He's been in the music industry for quite a while. Started off as a backup singer before, of course, he led a band. He was a lead vocal in a band. He's from Ogoja in Cross River State, and he's known particularly for one of his songs, Oruka Tidawana, which was sung in many weddings. His son Nneji, he joins us now to discuss the impact of the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic on the music industry. Glad to have you join us, Sonny, on Newsday.
Thank you for having me.
Good, fantastic. You've been out of the music industry for quite a while. Has it got anything or everything to do with COVID?
Oh, well, COVID has had its own impacts on the music industry, of course, also on me. So I'm not going to say it's been COVID all along. Before COVID, I was trying to take some time off to do some other things.
Sabbatical.
And then suddenly COVID came, and it put most of the things we're planning on hold. And so here we are. We're hearing that the second wave has started. We're just hoping that it's not going to be as devastating as the very first one we had.
Okay, good to meet you, Sonny. You've clearly been in the industry for some time. How would you say the industry has evolved from the time when you started till now? Would you say people are being more creative in the way they surmount challenges, for example?
Creativity is relative. Personally, I would say yes. Creativity has been increasing steadily. And if you agree with me, music is like more acceptable all over the world now. There is no way you go to that you not hear people jumping and dancing to our beats. So creative-wise, I think we're doing quite well, personally. But it's just that as an industry with structures, I don't think we've been doing very well in that regard, at least not yet.
All right. Let me even dive into that before I go to Oruka and some other things. You talked about industry-wise and the people who are supposed to. PMAN. Let me talk about PMAN. What about PMAN? What has it been doing to assist artists? I mean, you're a big artist now, but I mean, there are younger ones, and even you anyway, to, ride the storm of COVID, of this particular pandemic?
Well, PMAN, I happen to be the first vice president of PMAN also. And PMAN has been, unfortunately, bedeviled with internal crisis for a while now. And we've been trying to settle that. And until we're able to settle the house, it's really going to be very difficult to make any progress. So over the last couple of years, that's what we've been doing. We've been fighting internal battles. And until artists begin to understand that the union is theirs, the union is only as strong as their corporation, as strong as they want it to be, then it's really going to be very difficult, really very difficult. And that's just why it's very, very hard now to say, okay, you can point to any singular impact that PMAN is making. It's not as if there are no plans. We've had plans all this while, but we have spent so much time trying to settle internal rifts. But by the grace of God, we're coming out of that. And right now, we are aligned with what the government is doing. We're working hand in hand with government to make sure that the promised palliatives for our industry and members get to them. So we're trying to put things in order quickly, and we're really moving ahead with the likes of Priti Okafor, who is the president, with Zaki, Rugged Man, all of us on this team. It's been very difficult, but we're doing the best we can, and we hope that we'll ride the storm and get over with it very soon.
Okay.
I hope so too.
Yeah, well, Sonny, you sang in your song, one of the ones we listened to, that computer no fit take the place of lovey-dovey, but I'm assuming that in the midst of this pandemic, you've discovered some things where computer fit take the place of. So how has the pandemic taught the industry? We hear of Google doing live streams now. So what new breakthroughs are we likely to see on the music industry scenes?
Well, computer has its place. It's not as if it doesn't have its place, but it's just that we cannot give in to computer. We cannot let computer run a life. We have a situation now. It's not something we looked for. We didn't go in search of it. It just happened. So we have to make the best we can. So computer has stepped in now to fill in the gap, but we do not expect this to become our new reality forever. We hope that in a short while, we'll get back our lives once more, where we can relate, talk, touch hands, hug, kiss, So we need to get back our lives. We are human beings, we're not machines. So computer is just trying to fill in the gap for now.
Yeah, we're human beings indeed, not machines. Let me ask you this. How are you re-strategizing, to, still be in business, as it were? And then when we talk about the second wave, I know some of you deal a lot with live shows. And we know now that live shows are a no-no. So that's why I'm asking, with the second wave, how are you re-strategizing to still be in business?
Well, right now, a lot of people are streaming. But you'll agree with me that the reason why it's called a live show is because you have an audience. There's this energy that you get from the audience that you cannot get from having people watch you from little screens. No matter how many screens you want to probably project in a place to make it appear like live, it can never be like live. But meanwhile, we just try to do the best we can with the situation we have found ourselves, and pray that shortly, sooner than later, we come out of it. Because I actually miss the live performance. I'm sure a lot of our fans are also missing that. So we need to get that back. But we need to also do what we can to make sure that we get over this pandemic as quickly as possible by respecting and adhering to all the COVID-19 protocols. Because the sooner we do that, the better it is for everyone.
Okay. I was saying to my colleague whilst waiting to bring you on that there's something about the music industry that seems to have surpassed the constraints we find even in Nigeria now. So what would you say is the secret of your, do you say, transcendence? The fact that you're able to even break into the international market and just get that material, get the product to the people?
Well, you know, the world is now a global village, and we all are in tune with what is happening everywhere else. And music, like they say, doesn't have boundaries. Music is a universal language. And because we are now closer, we are able to connect, we're able to understand other people's cultures, we're able to relate better, and that also has been helping the way we write our songs in Nigeria. And there's something else that we have brought in, something very unique. We have brought in our culture a bit into it. So the other forms of music that we have heard from all over the world, we've taken in and we've added something that is uniquely ours to it, and it's called Afrobeat. I don't know if that better describes it, but I think they like to call it Afrobeat. We've accepted it, and they love it because it gets them dancing. There's something fresh about it, even though it has elements of things they can recognize.
Sonny, let's talk about this now. One of your records I love. I mean, the arrangement, the singing, the costuming, and then the parading of stars. I'm sure you know where I'm going. Oruka, with the white all over. Now, walk us through what it took you to put that song together. Is that your best song in terms of artistic input, in terms of earning, you know, and then why so?
Is that my best song? I don't know. I don't think I'm the best person to determine that.
Well, for me, that's your best song for me. Oruka was something else. I mean, no wedding will end without having, or begin without having Oruka there.
Okay, all right, okay. I'll give it to you because someone else will say Mr. Fantastic is my best song. Another person will say Face Me is my best song, you know. Anyway, for Oruka, well, it's actually Oruka.
Okay.
That is how to pronounce that word.
Okay.
Oruka means wedding band, wedding ring.
Okay.
I started recording that in Nigeria, finished it in Ghana, mixed it in Ghana, and you know, my record label executive then was such a very creative man, Mr. Jonah. He conceptualized the video. He and the video director, they conceptualized it, and he thought about bringing the entire industry into one room for this video. I didn't think it was going to be possible considering how artists are, how their schedules are, but somehow we were able to pull it off. It hadn't been done before in the country. It was the very first, and it was amazing that everybody cooperated, and the video came out very well. If you look at this video, you see almost everyone who is a big star in Nigeria today there. You know, you can pick them out, you can count them. They're all there. They're all there before they blew and became very big. They're all there. Amazing, amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much. We wish we could have you more. But Tony, keep the good work going, and we just hope that COVID pans over so we can get back our lives. Sonny Nneji there, a high life musician.
He who finds a wife has found a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. You found the harmony to the song you say. You can do anything you want to call. You will have father and a brother and a lover and a cover and a teacher and a everything. She's your mother and your sister and your lover and your cover and your teacher and your everything. sẹ́ni tó lè yà ní títí láì. Òrùka ti dáwọ́ náà di olólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ mú. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè yà ní títí láì. Òrùka ti dáwọ́ náà di olólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ mú. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè yà ní títí láì. It's your wedding day, so be happy and rejoice. Whatever they say, today you made your choice. This is only where one and one is one. Oh, Lord, together you belong.